In this video, we're going to break down how immigrants can get access to business funding in the United States. So let's start by breaking down one of the biggest myths when it comes to business loans and immigration. One, you do not need to be a U.S. citizen to qualify for a business loan. Two, you do not need to be a green card holder to qualify for a business loan. When it comes to loans, it's more about how you qualify, not whether or not you can qualify. I just need you guys to remember this. Lenders, when it comes to business loans, home mortgages, car loans, it's not that they don't want you to qualify and they don't want you to get these things. They don't care about your nationality or your status. What they care about more is the risk and your ability to pay them back the money that they give you.
Status.
Now, don't get me wrong, the status that you have in the United States does impact your financing options. For example, if you come in on a temporary visa, whether you are a student or a tourist or whatnot, they're going to ask for more stuff. They're going to ask for maybe collateral. They're going to ask for co-signers. They're going to ask for business partners. They're going to want to see cash flow. So when you're here on a temporary visa, they're going to ask for more things. But if you're here and you have your green card, they're pretty much essentially going to treat you like you are a U.S. citizen. Now, when it comes to undocumented immigrants, traditional loan options are completely off the table. You may be able to get some business credits or a loan through someone that's your friend or something like that, but the traditional model of business loans and business grants and stuff like that, it will not be an option if you came in this country undocumented.
Traditional advice.
Traditional advice for immigrants in the business loan arena is counterintuitive, and sometimes it gets a lot of immigrants and people who are migrating to this country kind of stuck. Because, for example, most traditional advice assume that you are U.S. citizens, you have all your paperwork in place, you have a social security number that you had since you were a little kid, you have business bank, you have established credit, you have a long history of credit. But most people who are migrating and immigrating to the United States or want to live in the United States, they're starting from absolutely zero. So you need to be able to see and meet with someone that can give you advice relative to your specific situation, which is why a lot of times the traditional advice that is given does not really apply to most immigrants.
Lenders.
When it comes to the lenders themselves, what lenders are looking for just across the board in general, they're going to be looking for a real business, a real strong business idea. They want to see that you have some kind of LLC, a business structure, a S corp, something that's incorporated. They want to see your EIN number. They want to see a bank accounts, and most importantly, they want to see if your business is cash flowing. Cash flow is king. Cash flow sometimes is more important than your business credit score, your personal credit score. If you're cash flowing and you could show that you're having income coming into your business consistently and you're able to repay that back based on the cash flow that you have, that is the number one thing that they're looking for. We could get around bad credit, we could get around business credit, but we can't get around poor cash flow. I've heard people say that they have a business plan and they've written up a strong business plan and they have a really good credit score, and still that wouldn't get you qualified because your business doesn't have any money. One of the misconceptions that people have when it comes to getting business loans, whether it's through a traditional lender like a bank or through a private lender, is that if you have a good game plan with a business plan, then you're going to be able to get a business loan. But it does not really work like that. People, lenders, they want to see that you have the ability to pay them back and the business that you have income coming in. That is one of the biggest killers when it comes to getting business loans and business financing, especially if the loan is a larger loan. When we're talking about tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, cash flow is definitely one thing that they want to see. And if you guys watch Shark Tank, one of the biggest questions that they always ask on Shark Tank is how much revenue you guys did last year, right? People want to know that you're making money. Lenders want to know that you're making money. Private bankers, private equities, angel investors, they all want to see is your product actually working, or is this just theory?
Entrepreneurship.
Being an entrepreneur is a difficult process. It's a time-consuming process. It's really tough, and financing is very important. Capital is very important when you're trying to build your business, especially most immigrants. A lot of immigrants, they come here with the mindset to build and start their own practice. I just don't want you guys to get discouraged. A lot of times when it comes to finances and lending, it's not that you don't qualify or you can't get financing, is that you need a strategy and a game plan to get you to the qualifications and financing that you need in order to build your business, right? So that's about it for this video. My name is Ramon Collins. My company is Kanai Capital, and I have a nonprofit called K Martin Foundation where we do immigration paperwork. If you guys have any questions, our links is in the description below. You can reach out to us with your questions. Also, quick disclaimer, we are not your banker, attorney, or financial advisor. If you need information, please contact a licensed professional to get information specific to your situation. Thank you guys.